Now to your weather. Very hot, dry for the most part, and very humid as well. And JD says a lot of clouds, more than he expected.
Yeah, that's right. You were listening earlier. I'm glad to hear that. Yes, I was surprised. I admit when the forecast doesn't actually pan out like I want. And fortunately, we're just talking about clouds and not necessarily severe storms or anything like that. But yeah, I was looking for a little more partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies today. And we certainly stuck to the mostly cloudy side of things, although we're starting to break it up just a little bit. The Fox Red Storm Seeker radar certainly fairly quiet for the downtown Houston area, but we've seen some little blips here or there, and we're seeing one down around Santa Fe right now. Didn't last very long. Also, just right off of the coast in Galveston Island, we saw just a little bit of hit. These kind of ultra isolated little pop-ups are really all we're going to be able to do for several days. So here's some of those blue skies I was talking about, trying to work their way in a little bit here as we're starting to sort of get to the end of the afternoon hours. 90 degrees in the downtown Houston area, but the feels like temperature about 99. Make sure you're being safe if you're playing or working hard out there. Some other spots around town, it is 94 for the folks in Conroe, 95 over in Katy, Angleton sitting at about 89 degrees. But the feels like temperature in Angleton up over 100 at a 102. Same thing in Galveston where you've got 89 on the thermometer, but you've got 104 on the feels like temperature. We'll be dealing with feels like temperatures over 100 for at least 4 or 5 days until we get to next weekend when our pattern changes. So our futurecast is going to bring in some more clouds for our evening. We're going to keep the rain out of the forecast. We get to tomorrow morning, another muggy start. We get to the afternoon, isolated little blips here or there. I do want to kind of just bring you update on what's happening in the tropics because this is the time of year things start to get a little more active. We'll be talking about things like this where the Hurricane Center watching a spot way out in the Atlantic, only giving it a 10% chance of development. And mostly that has to do because it has a short window before some Saharan dust really kind of moves in and really gives it not much of an opportunity to develop. This is a future cast on our Saharan dust. And a reminder that the Saharan dust is very common in June and July. And one of the reasons why the activity picks up once you get into August is because typically we see a little bit less of the Saharan dust. And that's kind of what we'll be looking for at this point, at least. So the July heat is coming on strong here as we get into the work week. We'll have temperatures slightly above average. I don't think we're quite in the record-breaking territory as far as our afternoon highs, but we certainly could press that 98 degrees, which is the highest temperature we've seen so far in 2025. But we get into Friday and Saturday next weekend, and the showers and storms return to the forecast.